Astrology, for eons, has been a staple in the tapestry of human civilization. Its origin can be traced back to the Babylonians in the 2nd millennium BC. Ancient civilizations, from Mesopotamia to China, held firm beliefs in the impact of celestial bodies on earthly events. Over the years, various cultures integrated their understanding of the cosmos with astrology, resulting in different schools of thought, such as Western, Vedic, and Chinese astrology. Many of the ancient scholars were not just astrologers but mathematicians, astronomers, and philosophers. Claudius Ptolemy, an Alexandrian polymath, laid down some of the foundational tenets of Western astrology in his work, Tetrabiblos. These tenets, based on the movement and position of celestial bodies, were believed to influence everything from agriculture to human personalities and, of course, relationships. The intricate connection between astrology and relationships. Marriage and divorce, pivotal life events, have always garnered human attention. Since astrology promised insight into life's significant phases, it naturally became a sought-after tool to discern the future of love and marital unions. The concept of synastry, or the comparison of two individuals' birth charts to determine compatibility, emerged from this intrinsic human desire to forecast relational outcomes. This practice has been widely utilized to decipher potential union strengths and weaknesses, with the 7th house of one's natal chart often being a focal point. This house, ruled by Venus, corresponds to relationships and partnerships. Many proponents of astrology firmly assert that the alignments and aspects between planets in two individuals' charts can shed light on the compatibility, strengths, and potential challenges of the relationship. For instance, Venus in harmonious aspect with Mars might indicate passionate love, while Saturn in hard aspect to personal planets might suggest lessons or challenges to be addressed. Astrology and the predictive nature on marital success. It's essential to differentiate between deterministic astrology and the nuanced interpretation of celestial signs. Not all astrologers claim that they can predict marriage's success or its eventual breakdown with absolute certainty. Instead, they suggest that certain astrological alignments can increase the likelihood of particular events or dynamics in a relationship. For example, the Saturn return, which occurs around the ages of 28–30, is often considered a testing period for relationships. Saturn, representing structure and discipline, returning to its natal position might bring issues to the surface. Some relationships strengthen through these challenges, while others might succumb. On the other hand, the transit of Jupiter, the planet of expansion and blessings, through the 7th house could be seen as a favorable period for marriage or rekindling love. However, critics argue that such predictions are too general and can apply to various life scenarios. Additionally, with the multitude of planetary transits and progressions occurring concurrently, pinpointing a singular influence on marriage or divorce becomes challenging. The scientific scrutiny of astrological claims. Scientific analysis of astrology, particularly its claims about marriage and divorce, has been varied. Several studies have sought to determine if there's a statistical correlation between astrological signs and marital success. One of the significant criticisms is the Forer effect, or the tendency for individuals to believe vague, general statements about personality to be highly accurate for them personally. Hence, when an astrological reading says a relationship might face challenges, it's broad enough to resonate with many, without necessarily being a product of astrological insight. Moreover, with billions of people on Earth, the sheer variety of life experiences challenges the notion that individuals born under the same sun sign or even the same full natal chart could have identical or even highly similar life paths. However, astrology's defenders often counter that true astrological reading is not merely sun sign-based. A comprehensive natal chart, considering the exact time and place of birth, offers a detailed and nuanced map of celestial influences, providing more personalized insights. Personal experiences, anecdotal evidence and its limitations. While empirical evidence might be limited, anecdotal evidence abounds. Thousands of individuals swear by astrological predictions, crediting them for providing insights into their relationships' dynamics, challenges, and potential outcomes. Some even attribute their successful marriages to heeding astrological advice. However, while these personal testimonies can be compelling, they don't necessarily establish the scientific validity of astrological predictions. Anecdotal evidence, given its subjective nature, is susceptible to confirmation bias. People might remember the times astrology was right, and forget or dismiss the times it wasn't. Astrology in the modern age, adaptation and interpretation. As our world has transformed and evolved, so too has the practice and interpretation of astrology. In the age of instant communication, digital apps, and rapid technological advancement, astrology has found a new audience in the digital natives. Smartphone apps, websites, and social media platforms dedicated to astrological insights have proliferated, making birth chart readings accessible to the masses. This democratization of astrology has rekindled interest, especially among younger generations, leading to a renaissance of astrological discourse. Many now look for astrological interpretations not just about their inherent nature, but also about how they interact with the world, including in romantic relationships. However, with this surge in popularity comes a double-edged sword. On the one hand, increased accessibility has brought about a broader appreciation and understanding of astrological nuances. On the other hand, the risk of oversimplification and commodification looms large. Pop astrology, focusing mainly on sun signs and often ignoring the intricate web of a complete natal chart, has critics pointing to a dilution of astrology's rich heritage in depth. Astrological counseling and relationship guidance. One cannot discuss the implications of astrology on marriage and divorce without addressing the rise of astrological counseling. These practitioners, often combining psychological insights with astrological wisdom, provide guidance to couples seeking to understand their relational dynamics better. Astrological counselors dive deep into the natal charts of both individuals, looking for synergies, conflicts, and areas of growth. They don't just predict outcomes but, more critically, offer tools and strategies to harness positive celestial influences and mitigate challenges. The seventh house, representing partnerships, is of particular focus, but so are the Moon, indicative of emotional responses, and Venus and Mars, denoting feminine and masculine energies respectively. Insights garnered from these positions can provide couples with fresh perspectives on recurring issues, communication styles, and love languages. However, as with all forms of counseling, the efficacy of this approach hinges significantly on the skill and insight of the practitioner and the willingness of the participants to engage in introspection and change. The psychological impact of astrological beliefs. One crucial aspect to consider when assessing the validity of astrological predictions on marriage and divorce is the psychological impact of belief. If an individual or couple deeply believes in the insights provided by their birth charts, this belief can influence their behaviors and perceptions. For instance, if a couple believes that a particular planetary transit predicts conflict, they might be more attuned to disagreements, potentially escalating minor issues. Conversely, a belief in a harmonious period for love might lead to more positive interactions and bonding. This self-fulfilling prophecy, where beliefs influence behaviors leading to expected outcomes, is a vital factor to consider. While it doesn't validate the scientific basis of astrology, it does underline the profound impact of belief systems on human behavior. Bridging the gap. Astrology as a tool for self-reflection. While the debate about the empirical validity of astrological predictions continues, there's growing consensus around astrology's value as a reflective tool. By providing a framework to understand oneself, one's partner, and the dynamics of their relationship, astrology can lead to deep introspection and self-awareness. This self-awareness, coupled with insights about one's partner, can foster better communication, understanding, and empathy. Whether or not the stars genuinely influence our love lives, the very act of seeking understanding, of looking for patterns, and of striving for harmony can positively impact a relationship. Final thoughts. The stars, our relationships, and the journey of understanding. In the vast cosmos, where celestial bodies move in intricate patterns and rhythms, the quest to understand their influence on human life, especially our most intimate relationships, persists. While the jury might still be out on the empirical validity of astrological predictions on marriage and divorce, the journey of exploration offers valuable insights. In the dance of planets and stars, many find a mirror reflecting their hopes, fears, dreams, and challenges. And in this reflection, whether divinely orchestrated or a mere projection of human psyche, lies the potential for growth, understanding, and deeper connection. In conclusion, whether one believes in astrology's predictive powers or sees it as a tool for reflection, its influence on the narrative of human relationships is profound and undeniable. In a world filled with mysteries, the intertwining of celestial bodies and human hearts remains one of the most captivating tales of all.